on the Discords, because I told him to. Joel Ottaway, FHU3T Yellow member, posted the following: currently looking for a new umpiring watch. Does anyone have any recommendations or must-haves? Thanks in advance. So, yes, minor detail thing, but hey, details matter. For the last, 15 years of my career, there was a watch that I used and I recommended to anyone who asked me. It was actually a medical dosing watch called MediDose. And it had two absolute standout features for me. It could be set on vibration mode, and it was a strong vibration. I loved it. There was no mistaking and it just got my attention right away. Vibration mode, and it had vibrations that would count down to the end of your countdown timer. At 3 minutes, it would vibrate 3 times, 2 minutes twice, 1 minute once, and then 5 times for end of time. And I freaking loved that. It was so good. I never lost track of where I was in the game, except when I failed to restart my watch after carding somebody, which happened all the time. But as long as my time was synchronized properly, I had a very good sense of where I was in the game. And I could adjust my game plan for advantage, for breakdown, for time wasting, all kinds of things, because I was getting alerted and nobody else around me was. So to me, those are two essential features. You can use any watch, obviously. You can use any chronograph that has, you can even just use a stopwatch that counts up. I don't think that's particularly useful because you have to keep looking at it before you know. So, okay, it's got to have a countdown timer, and you've got a countdown timer almost on every digital watch that's out there. Yay. But I think you really need that vibration feature and a countdown. So, yes, Niels, would you just give me a chance to say it? So when you're sourcing watches, okay, this was one place I went that I could find actual watches that were actually in stock and actually for sale. And let's look at this Ref Score vibrating watch, pink. They do ship internationally, and they've got referee specific features, preset match timers for all these things, choice of count up or count down. This auto lapsing added extra time when regulation is done is bleh. But this is the bomb here. Options of vibration, beep, or both at the same time. Now, you might be the kind of person who likes the sound. Personally, I don't. I want just the vibration, because if there's a problem, technically, between me and my friend, or with the tech table, I want to try to mitigate that issue as best I can here between me and my colleague. And because I'm the person who's always messing up her watch. Yeah. So that's one of the alternatives. Check out that place, the Referee Store, because there are many alternatives there, and they do have quite a bit of stock. Everywhere I looked, on Amazon and all kinds of places, you just couldn't find. Sorry, I'm moving this around because I'm a jerk. Let's see if that worked. Good. Yeah, there's a number of alternatives here, but a lot of them don't have vibration. So I think that's garbage. And I'm not as interested in watches that have count up functions, because you could try to use that for your cards, but it's not synced to the time. It's not synced to when you're stopping and starting the main time. It's actually in opposition to that. So it'll totally mess you up, I think. But there is an alternative. Oh yeah, here Paul is saying, I made him. I forced him. Absolutely. I'm a monster. I made him buy the Meadows watch about 8 years ago. It was brilliant, but yes. So I changed the battery in my watch probably a few months ago because I suspected I was going to need it. Oh yes, because I was going out to camp. And when we replaced the battery, we lost all the cool countdown functions. I don't know what happened. I don't get it. It was almost like it just said, oh no, you jerk. That was just a special deal for the first battery. We liked the first battery. This battery, no, not as good. So we're not going to give you all the fun stuff. So now it's just a crappy little chronograph. It's no good at all. So there is an alternative. Okay. And this is going to be fun because I failed to program that up. I'm going to do it right now. Watch -app. Add. Look at that on the fly. Here's the link to an app called Sticky. Now, why it's called Sticky is probably because I didn't even ask Martin about this. This is Martin Van Keckham's app. He did not ask me to talk about it. And I am simply sharing this because it is actually really, really cool. And I didn't know it existed, probably because it's called Sticky. And I think it's because so many people put sticky notes on the back of their yellow cards and they go from there. But as you may know, I don't do any of that stuff because I write on my hand. So if you had said, write on your hand app, I would have been like, oh, so like as an umpire. Okay, cool. That'll work for me. This app has, for me, the essential features that you need. I'm sorry. I'm getting things set because I want to see if I can demonstrate the app. I installed it 2 days ago and I've been playing with it and experimenting. And I'm really, really pleased with it. If you have an iPhone or a the stick, I know, but I don't write on sticky notes, Niels. I just said. Paul, that's probably what I did. I lost that. Ref score is also great to count the goals. Right. So those ref score watches that I just showed there, yes, they count the goals for you, which is really nice. Incidentally, also what happens with the app. So let's see if this is going to work. Oh, this is going to be tricky because I need to move my mic and I think this is going to be the most uncomfortable experience in my life. How do I, okay. I'm putting this here. I totally didn't realize that my mic was going to be in the wrong place for this. Okay. Don't panic, friends. Right. Can you hear me? I hope you can. Let's do that. No, let's do this because it's hard. Sticky. I'm literally controlling my watch, looking at my iPhone, and it's really, really hard. So this is what it looks like. Okay. And when you go to new, it's going to prompt you to enter whether you are doing a field hockey match, an indoor hockey match, soccer, indoor soccer, and there are some other choices there. Korfball, I don't know what that is. So we're going to pick field hockey. And from there, you can then set your period intervals. So if you are playing an international match, for example, or top division, your first period will be 15 minutes. Your break will be a 10-minute intermission there. And then the odd breaks. So there's a difference between an even break or an odd break and how many minutes. And those are going to be 2 minutes long. So that's how you set it. And I have it. It's on the first period. It's ready to go. Super duper. It looks good. Now, I'm going to, okay, I think I can do it like this. sure I want to restart the period. Whoops. Sorry. This is what's happening. So you get a count up timer as well, which I think is a really nice touch. If you're recording on score sheets, you need to be able to say that this goal was scored in the first minute, the 17th minute, the 47th minute, and that can be very confusing. Okay, that's good. When you need to stop time, you pause and you get a haptic, you get a vibration to let you know, okay, which is really nice. Now, here's where the fun part really starts though, is that you can add your cards, okay? You can add a card, oop, oop, oop. I have to stop time before I add a card. There we go. Okay, and there's my home and away teams. And now you can change the colors of those teams so that they match what you're doing. Who's actually there, but I'm going to say the away team, and they've taken a green card. You can enter the card number if you want, but if you just want to do it quickly, you don't have to, and you can go. And then what happens is when you restart time, you are good to go. And that time is getting counted right there. When the 2 minutes is up, you're going to get a vibration and a notice saying that player can now return to the pitch. And I love this because if I pause time, oh, there's been an injury, my card time is paused too. Oh my God, I love this. I love this feature. It's so good. And then over on the left side, if you're swiping to the right, you can then add your goals and keep track there and all of that sort of thing. So there's a lot of really cool features in this, and the vibration to me is really, really important. And for so many of us, we're using these kind of watches to track our fitness goals and our health results. And I think that it's really, it's just such a great integration. I've been looking for something like this for so long, and I'm so glad that I've finally found Martin and the Sticky app. Very inexpensive. And because we all know him on Discord, you can go ask him questions about it on the Discord. Did I mention we have a Discord? It's right here. That's a pretty good sound effect. So if you are interested in giving that a try, please do. And I think you will be very happy with it. Gideon has said that he tried the... Oh, Siri. Siri's trying to talk to me now. She just doesn't know when to quit. So, yeah, Gideon tried it on his Apple Watch yesterday. It was excellent. Quarter or half timing as well as the quarter half time intervals. Green, yellow, red... Green or yellow card timing with shirt numbers and shootout timing. Yes, there's even a shootout mode, so you can have that. I'm not sure. Usually, as an umpire, you don't want to be timing your own shootouts. You want a third person. So you want, at the minimum, you want the two umpires on the pitch, and you want a third person actually controlling that 8 seconds, because it's a lot to process in the 8 seconds. And I personally prefer, and I think it's safest and best practice to have somebody else doing it so that you can focus on making your accurate decisions as an umpire. And then you confer when you have 8-second issues there. A Tizen watch. The Samson Gear S3, there you go. Sticky also registers the time of the goals as well. That is awesome. Thank you. I figured it out eventually. Yeah, okay. You I have just changed my life. Yes, just remembering to pause, but it's the same. Oh, see, I'm getting the green card player can come back. It's just saying that. Or actually it was vibrating because it was paused for so long. Interesting. I didn't know, Martin. See, I'm just uncovering all these beautiful things. I'm going to end the match. Am I sure I want to end this match? I am, sir. And then it records into your history. I can't show you. I've turned off the NDI. And it gives you the final score, the duration of the match, the date, all that kind of thing. Card summary, goals. You can save it onto your watch so that you have it forevermore. Or you can close and you can just discard the match. So I'm going to discard that one. It's fantastic. And then you've got a little folder on the main screen saying saved, and that's where you can go access those matches. Really, really just awesome. And for all of you who are wondering where this has been all your life, like Lulu, I know, right? Now I don't have to wear 2 watches. I looked so stupid. 2 watches on there. And oh, snap! They're called Apple Watches, Paul, but it's cool. Welcome to the club. Welcome. We love to see you. It's good to have you here. Did you know we have a Discord? I think I do. I just did. But should I mention the Discord again? Hard to say. I just want everybody to get there and enjoy all the amazingness. And for me, it's so great to have you all in one place where we can talk so easily in real time, and you can pose questions, and I don't feel like I have to reach from all these different places. So there you go. Thanks, Stain. When it paused, it vibrates every 20 seconds. It does have a shoot up feature. Yes, it does. Just figured it out. Oh, whoops. Oh, wait, it does. There's nothing sad about the color red, sir. I believe that you've made an excellent choice. Good life choices. Fantastic. So I hope that helps. There are alternatives there, and not everybody feels confident having a high-tech watch available. I would definitely recommend that if you're going to start to use an app like that, that you practice, even like put on a match just off the internets from anywhere or whatever, and just practice like, I'm doing this. Ooh, I'm stopping time. Ooh, I'm giving a card. And do what the match is doing and just practice. Because if you're like me, no, you're all better than me. I'm very clumsy, and I need that practice. And once I've got it, I'll be good, but it will feel different for sure. And what you want is it not to be a distracting element in your umpiring practice. So practice. There you go. I hope that's a helpful resource for you. Check out the referee store as well for some watches. There's a lot of stuff out of stock all over the world. It's almost like we've just gone through this 15, 16-month pandemic where not a lot of sports was happening, so not a lot of shipments of gear was happening. I'm not a rocket scientist. I'm just saying. Maybe that was part of it. And I'm sure things are turning around, but that's the good news. If you already have one of these fancy watches, you can actually start timing your matches with them. So thank you very much to Martin for bringing that to the hockey community. I hope you make a small fortune out of it. And yeah, it's a great service. It's something that people were asking me to do for a long time. And I'm like, I don't know how. And I just don't have, I'm really good at teaching umpires, not so good at making Apple Watch apps. So great work, Martin. Thank you very much. Totally agree with the practice, says Gideon. The button pressing after a goal when you really need to be looking at players isn't something you want to learn on the fly. Yeah, right? Yes. Watching the players is important. You might be dealing with some dissent. And so not being so fussy about the second, deal with what you need to, and then at the right moment, you adjust the score. That's what I would say. Paul, if you're not on the Discord yet, get on the Discord, and then I want you to post photos of your watch when you get it. with Martin's app on it. Okay.